Welcome to the Wealth Rebel Show. I'm your host, the original Wealth Rebel, Emma Wright. And in today's show, we are going to dive deeper into something that my resident investment expert, Adam Brewer, brought up in the amazing nugget that he dropped at the end of his interview, which I shared on yesterday's channel of how the rich get wealthier, right? Is that the top 5% of wealthy people in the world, those billionaires out there, they don't get rich and wealthy from the things that we are told to do. Work really hard in a job, pay a little bit of money into your pension, do this, this, and this. That is not how these people become rich and wealthy. Okay. Newsflash, and this is really, really important. You don't get wealthy by investing a small amount into your investment account each month. It's a long game. Now, I'm not saying that we don't do that. That's part of the strategy. That's part of what we do to leverage what we're already making. Adam showed in the talk, right? If you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. But if you invest £250 a month for 50 years and achieve 10% growth year on year, which is annually compounded, which means that all of those investment returns are reinvested over time, your £250 a month investment would be worth in excess of £4 million, right? But here's the thing. This isn't how people become rich and wealthy. And I don't know about you. I don't want to wait 50 years. I'd be 92, guys. Okay, do the maths, right? I'd be 92. It's great. It is amazing to have hindsight and say, oh my God, I wish I'd started at age 0. Because do you know what? I'd be a millionaire now at the age of 42 next month. Okay. And then I'd be going, oh my God, for fuck's sake, mum and dad, why didn't you just invest £250 a month into my pension fund when I was born? Let's get real. Let's get really real on this. It's so important. Number one, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I'm still kicking myself for not buying that flat in Highbury when I was living in Highbury back in 2012 when they were worth like 400k. They're now worth probably like £1 million. Yeah, I've not forgiven myself for that. I have actually, because I know I was in a different place, right? I had other priorities, living my life in my epicness at that time in my 20s, right? Number two, my parents didn't have a spare £250 a month. I don't have a spare £250 a month right now for my kids. Sorry, kids, but I just don't. I also have a life to lead and I'm doing my best, right? It's nobody else's responsibility, by the way, to create wealth and be wealthy. We have that responsibility, wealth sovereignty. Number three, when we look at the billionaires, as Adam did, those out there that are sat sweet, maybe in Necker Island, or maybe flying around the world, showcasing like their amazing podcast, Diary of a CEO comes to mind. If you haven't listened to that show, go and search it out. It's amazing. The rich and wealthy, epic people that we see all the time living this wealthy life that we aspire to, that have time, energy, money, and real wealth, right? High vibe people with a constant smile on their face. They are entrepreneurs that had an idea, that stepped into their creative energy and launched something that went on to be amazing, that went on to carry their amazing spirit. And then they went on to carry that into everything else that they do. It was a ripple effect. Yes, the top 5% of wealthy people are business entrepreneurs, fundamentally. And this is what I bang on about constantly. Hopefully, you will start listening to me. This is why I bang on about this, because I really, really believe that wealth comes from an amazing idea that you believe in, that you love, that you're good at. Because this has to be something that you can do, not something that you think you should do, but something that you love and that you're really good at, that you have this idea, that you know that you need to bring it into the world, right? The world needs it, and therefore you will get paid for it. Wealth comes from creation. You need to create the idea. Then the money, the time, the energy, and the power of you will flow. If you make the money, the time and energy in the first place, you can then go and invest that spare £250 a month to leverage. You can't just magic up money, okay? You're listening to this show because you've seen me living my best beach life in North Devon, you know, in North Devon. I'm running my businesses. I'm hosting my podcast on my YouTube channel. I'm being a mummy to Harry and Rose. And you want to be like that. That's what you want. You want to be a total wealth rebel saying F you to what society tells us we need to do. And you want to ride the wave of life. You want your best beach life to be able to surf, practice yoga, be out in nature, walk your dog, see your friends, have amazing relationships because you have time to do that. You want to focus on your health and your well-being right now when it matters. This avatar is not going to wait for you to invest in it. Okay. That's how we get ill health. But you also want to have impact. You want to be successful in your business, in your career, and you just don't know how you can do it all. You need to think like one of the biggest things that stops us is that you think that you need to choose between the two. It's like a choice. Number one, you either have that success or the impact, which you're still attached to being money. Let's be honest. It's not all about the money. Money's an asset. Or you choose the lifestyle, which means less money. And you have to give up something to have that best beach going yogi surfy lifestyle. No, you don't. You do not have to choose, right? You get to choose, but you don't have to choose between those two things. This is just what we think. My job is really to help you to shift in the way that you think. And the way that I know how to do that is to show you, really to show you. I really want to show you, to give you the tools and really empower you to start creating this ripple effect and this change. But because we think, right, that we think it's this way that we have to choose between money or life. You've heard of that great book, right? It's Your Money or Your Life. If you haven't, go seek it out. Because we believe we have to choose between money or life, number one, we're trading our time for money. We're just focusing on money. We're neglecting the best asset, this avatar, your body, your relationships, the people that love you, that need to see you when it matters, right? When you're young and hot, not when you're old and past it. Sorry, not sorry, okay? We are here to live right now. You end up running away from your life, living for the weekend or for the holidays, or putting it off altogether, right? You don't want to be distracted by the amazingness of what's right in front of you. So you just run into work and block it out, avoiding everything that matters to you. Because when you have the money, then you can fix things, right? No. Or number two, you retreat into life. Maybe you hit burnout and you're just like, I can't do this anymore. And you give up trying to make money. Money becomes the enemy. Money's the evil party. You know, money is the thing that brings you pain because then people just take from you, right? People just take from you. And you feel like because then there's not enough money for you left over, or you're not getting paid enough the money that you deserve. What's the point in the first place? If you don't have money, no one can take from you. Might as well hide in my beach shack, hit the surf, just be me in my own energy in my life. So you avoid a part of you that's really important to your wealth. By the way, it isn't the money that's the enemy. Money's just a currency, an energy exchange. And yes, okay, yes, it's important. I'm not saying money is not an important factor. If you keep giving away your epicness and your power to other people's ventures, aka being an employee for someone else, that will mean that everything that you have, your amazingness, your ideas, your energy, what you're doing is you're making money for somebody else. You're given a salary that makes you feel safe, but it can kill you over time. I know, I've been there. You can have both. You can do these things. I want you to think about how you can do this, right? What you need to do is this. Number one, you need to know what your idea is, what you need to bring into the world, your mission, your purpose, your reason for being. Okay? Because sometimes when we know what it is, it really helps us to take that step forwards because that knowingness is really powerful. Number two, you need to believe that you can do this wholeheartedly, 100%. You need to then, number three, trust yourself that you can do it. So you need to have a strategy. You need a life plan, a financial plan, a business plan, and bring it all together in your wealth blueprint. And then number four, you just need to get on doing it with people around you that believe in you, that are going to support you along the way, that are going to tell you how amazing you are when you trip, you fall, you slip up. Because let me tell you, you will, and that's okay. We've got you, right? I don't know about you. Every breath we take counts. I don't want to wait 50 years. I don't want to keep giving away my power. No. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be living your best beach life and and I want you to be having impact and amazingness all at the same time. Life's for living for today. Every breath we take counts. I'm Emma Wright. I'm the Wealth Rebel, and I really firmly believe that wealth is everyone's birthright. So I am really here to activate you to master all of your assets from your money, your time, your energy, and the power of you so that you can live a life that you love whilst having massive impact. I am going to show you how to create money, time, and energy your way from what you already have around you and within you. And then I will show you how to invest what you create to leverage so that guess what? You can create even more money, time, energy, and wealth, real wealth, wealth that really resonates with you. If you want to know more, join me for my next live wealth activation mastery class. The link is in the show notes, in the about section. It's live. I like to use flip charts. I present all the ways that you can bring this into your life. I share stories. You can ask me anything. It's in Zoom. And there is a workbook so that you can start really mapping out this amazing journey for you today. And it's free. It's completely free. And if you can't make it, there's a recording. Come to the live though. It's always better. You can work with me in so many ways. It's never been easier to connect with me. I am really on a mission to bring real wealth into your life today. Namaste.